Good evening. I'm not in my mother's basement. Hang on, we gotta move this. There we go. I'm in my uncle's basement. See, because again, I am a loser and you should not take advice from me because I hurt your feelings. That's the key way to know whether you should listen to somebody or not, is if they hurt your feelings. Because everybody knows only when your feelings are felt good and made to feel good by people, that is the most important thing. So if I say something you disagree with, absolutely, that means I'm a mean, evil person. This is a requested video. You say, what's a requested video? A requested video is when someone says, hey, Aaron, can you spend part of your finite life doing a bit of this? And I say, yeah, if you pay me. They say, yeah, that's cool because we understand and then we wouldn't want you to do something for free. And then I'm like, yeah, cool, I'll do it. And so an individual writes, and I will not mention names. I'm going to have to do, let me get out of this one. It's all color-coded. Anyway, yeah, so if you want a requested video, you want me to go and give you my opinion about something and have me go and do research. The big problem is me having to film this, put the time to then upload it and render it and all this other crap. That's really what I charge for more than anything else. This man writes, I'd like to hear and pay for. See, he already knows. He knows the gig. Your thoughts, advice on all this, and I'll try to keep it very short. A YouTube video would be awesome if possible. I've been working for a local nonprofit in what is best described as an IT help desk role for 3 years now. I've been mostly happy with my time there, but there are a few things that just annoy the shit out of me and make me consider looking for another job. Upper management is dominated by women. There is not a single male director. Well, of course, this is a nonprofit. Profit is for real people who work hard. Nonprofit is like, is this a make-work government job? Is it government money, like government grants? I don't know, I'm speculating. How are you so presumptuous? Because I'm usually right. Anyway, that's irrelevant to this. Not germane. So it's clear my job is a dead end. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, nonprofit, yeah, okay. It is also one big girls' club. This also means a lot of the decision-making is based on emotions rather than logic. Well, of course, you're a nonprofit. Well, yeah, you're not based on efficiency. You're based on literally charity. You're based on people giving you money, so there's no compunction to be efficient and profitable. If you challenge any of these decisions, you're given a copy of Who Moved the Cheese and told to shut the fuck up. 2, there was a director of marketing hired a few weeks ago who was very difficult to work with, and she is fucking brain dead to boot. Well, most people in nonprofits are. Every time she comes to my office, I feel my arse start to twitch as I try to keep my brain to mouth filter on. This has become extra difficult after she made a speech in which she said that all young people are lazy and that a parting co-worker was a mutant for not being lazy. While I can't disagree with that, a bunch of us millennials are indeed worthless. It was still a slap in the face to any of us who do work our asses off. You know what? Yeah, she's right, though. I mean, yeah. Most of my listenership, at least on the YouTube, is millennials or younger people. But you're the type of guys who aren't lazy. That's why you come here looking. Other people just man. See, you come here saying something's wrong. Help me. The rest of the millennials are all like, it's George Bush, man. So don't. You're surrounded by turkeys. What else are you gonna do? While I can't disagree, I already read that. She constantly just does things without even consulting the people whose job she's directly impacting. For example, going out looking. Well, we don't need to mention that. She is also an untouchable member of the girls' club mentioned above. I bet you if you were to look at these directors of the gals, they were all like sorority sisters, or it's not like they just randomly met at this. This job is not their variable that they have in common. They came from somewhere, like they all thought it'd be really cute to start a nonprofit or something. So right there, nepotism, cronyism is rife. I'm betting. 3, this place deals in helping people who are disadvantaged, and thus we are one of the few organizations that hire people with worthless degrees, most of whom are die-hard liberals. Again, because it's George Bush. And sometimes it's just difficult to deal with how fucking brainwashed they are. I've been considering looking for a new job, but quite honestly, I don't want to go through the bullshit interview process answering irrelevant questions from doormat managers who won't even know where to plug an Ethernet cable into. I just resolved to wait until my brain-to-mouth filter breaks on somebody and I get insta-fired. Oh, I like that, insta-fired. All right, well, here's the deal. I brought this down to 5 points. and I will confirm or deny various observations or speculations you have. You have absolutely no room for advancement in that field. Not because it's going to go away or not because you won't get promoted, but you're never... Think of 40 years from now, nonprofits is like a bullshit industry. It really is. There's no efficiency. There's no real accomplishment. It's taking money from one group of suckers, people, and giving it to a bunch of typically parasites. And you broker a commission off the top of that money as it flows through your organization. On top of it, what you've talked about, these gals, and my speculation that they are sisterhoods, that they do have a certain amount of cronyism and nepotism. You're not... What? Let's say you get to the top. You're in charge of this shitty nonprofit? Whoop-de-doo. If you think it's difficult working with your coworkers now because they're liberal arts majors or liberals, wait till you get to the higher up. Oh my goodness. You're going to have to deal with a lot of politics. So, there is no advancement. I won't do that. Leading to that, because of this, you are inevitably going to have to find another job, and that leads to a career. This then brings in, is there such a thing that you can have a career, blah, blah, blah. But your long-term goal should be to move out of this place because there is no advancement. So yes, you are going to have to start applying for jobs. And unfortunately, I know this isn't what you want. I know you want to just sit there and coast. Everybody loves to coast. The first thing you do when you get a job is you start applying for other jobs. You are never done looking for jobs because you want to be in the position where you always have an interview going on. You always have the potential out, and then that allows you this enviable position. I write about it in my book, Bachelor Pad Economics, of not needing the job. So if you are constantly interviewing, and I know it sucks, I know, it just sucks, but at least it gives you some leverage. So that's one point. But more pertaining to you, you're just going to have to start applying for jobs. You are. Because the day is going to come that you are going to open your mouth and say something stupid, or the grant money is going to run out, or something. I don't know, but don't wait for that time. Wait for a better opportunity for you to pursue. And you're not going to find these opportunities if you're just coasting. I know it's nice to coast, especially if you've been there 3 years. It sounds like you're getting along with it just fine. But if you're going to be looking for more, you got to be looking for more. So start doing it now. Speaking to that, I always recommend the double-prong approach. Have a job and then work on your side business. I believe that you're not ever... I don't think anyone's really going to be happy. There's rare people that do find a career that they're happy with working for other people, but that's not common. So unfortunately for you, you're going to have to do a three-prong approach. You're going to keep working where you're at now. You're going to have to start applying for other jobs, and then you're going to have to start... your own business. I'd say do two for now. Don't worry about your business right off the bat because that's going to burn you out. Try, quote your way. See if you can't find another job that you like. But I don't think, in the end, by the time you're 30, definitely by the time you're 40, you're going to be like, fuck, there's no such thing as a good career. There's no such thing as a great job. And then the director, it's interesting. If she's mouthing off like that about, young people or millennials, no matter how true it is, no matter what she's saying, you really, it's a dog-eat-dog world out there. I would bring an MP3 recorder every day to work and just record your office and record every conversation you have. The technology, 10 years ago, this was something that we'd like to have, but it was like, oh, what are you doing? But now it's almost necessary. I would, just for the safety of it. And I could have, it's hearsay, but there was a company called Dane Rauscher where the gal I was talking to over the phone, she said if I was black, they could hire me, but I wasn't, so... and she was being truthful with me. If I had that on tape, I would have so fucking sued them. So if this loudmouth is around there, absolutely. You get it on tape, you record it, and then you go talk to a lawyer. So if they ever say, and totally, play their game. It's a bunch of girls play, I know it's kind of girly, but play their game. Oh, I was offended, I felt insecure, or what do they always say? Hostile working environment. What are those buzzwords that they don't mean? Intimidation, discriminate now. Hostile work environment is the only one that's coming now. But definitely, if you got a loose lips like that running around, absolutely record. And if you find, take them for everything. You take them for everything you can. A lot of people, well, then you won't get hired any. Bullshit, you'll get hired. Don't worry about it. That. Yeah. So in general, here's the overall thing I did want to point out. I know you would. Everybody likes to look for something that's better, and everything looked, grass is always greener on the other side. But you've been there for 3 years, and you've managed to do it quite well. I mean, you seem to like your job, and you know what? There's always going to be dipshit dumbasses no matter where you go. And aside from this director, which, I mean, doesn't sound like she's too much in your hair. I mean, if she's not your direct manager that you got to talk to, fine. And every liberal kid, young, ooh, wow, shock. Young liberal arts majors are liberal stupid fucktards. Oh, wow, shock. Well, who isn't under the age of 25? It seems like you get along with this really well, and I wouldn't give that up necessarily, which is, again, run the two-prong approach. If you can make money off of this and you're okay with the amount of money you're making, cool. But if you have larger career goals, yeah, absolutely, you're going to have to get out of here because this is like the shittiest ship in the Navy. This is like a rust bucket. And it's Leper Colony. You ever watch 12 O'Clock High? Look up Leper Colony. It's all the affirmative action people hanging out. It's just, you don't have the top people. If you need to be in that kind of environment, that kind of business, that kind of company, you're going to have to go for profit. Or the military. Well, okay, everyone's going to yell at me from the military again. But it's not going to be here. Your future is not here. The other thing you need to worry about is like if government cuts back on this or donations run out. So stick it out while you can. Don't rock the boat. It doesn't sound like you are. Learn. It's very important. Learn the art of Zen. Let everything flow off of you. Don't worry about it. I used to get so pissed off. It doesn't. You're going to go to another place. It could be a lot worse. And I guarantee you it will be a lot worse because I've never made it more than. Well, I did actually 2 places. I did make it more than 3 years, but the people were stellar. I mean, fucking top notch. So that's it. Yeah. So hopefully that helped. You're going to have to spend a lot of time, burning the midnight oil. But that's just what young people got to do nowadays. And build up a huge cash reserve too. Don't just like fuck it and then get fired and then. Well, you get to collect unemployment, so... Never mind, get fired. Have fun. Let's stay on a beach. So that's about it. Anyway, if any of you others people wanted guidance, leadership, and for whatever reason you wanted it in YouTube video format, I am more than happy to do that. Just go to assholeconsulting.com and, well, look it up. It's all pretty self-explanatory. And we'll take care of you and point your kids in the right direction. Toodles.